Hi guys, bargain store project time again. Haven't done one of these bargain store projects for quite a while. If you remember, the idea is to buy something from my bargain store for £1 or less and use it to do something that it wasn't actually designed to do. Well, this pack of CDs, 5 CDs for £1, which makes them 20p each, is not actually much of a bargain. If I go to my supermarket, I could buy 100 CDs for £14.99, which makes them just under 15p each, whereas 5 for £1 is 20p each. So these are actually relatively expensive, but they fit within my buy something for £1 target. So if you only want a few CDs, then yes, you might buy them like this. But if you want cheap CDs, don't buy them like this, buy a big pack. Anyway, so what we're going to use the CDs for? Well, the obvious thing, I'm going to use them as wheels. So I'm going to make a car. I'll need 4 CDs for 4 wheels, so I'll use these. At the same time, I'm going to make a car that Safir Dalaf asked for or suggested in the comments on one of my other cars. He suggested I should make a car that was 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres, which is rather large to be honest, and it should have lights and an engine. So I'll stick some lights on it and I'll give it an electric motor and I'll make it 40 centimetres wide by 40 centimetres long. The motor I'm going to use is the motor in here, which is an electric motor out of a radio controlled car, which has long since gone. In fact, I don't need all those wires. All I need is those 2 wires, because they're the ones that actually run the motor. And for a bit of fun, I'll even put some steering on it, because I've got this bit out of that electric radio controlled car as well. So that'll do my steering. From a different radio controlled car, I've got the receiver. This one I know works because I've used it on other projects. It also has the battery box on the bottom, so I can use this, I can use that, I can use that, and I can use that, and we'll make a car with some lights on it. So we've got to make it 40 centimetres wide and 40 centimetres long. Well, my flower canes are 0.6 metres, which is 60 centimetres. I just happen to have 4 of them left. So if I cut them down a little bit and arrange them in the right direction, I should be able to make something that's 40 wide by 40 long. Right, that's my chassis, 40 centimetres long. I'll put a couple across it to make it 40 wide, and we'll put some wheels on it, put some lights on it, and join all the wires together. Okay, just fitting my CDs as wheels. Let that cool down for a few seconds. Okay guys, we're down in the kitchen with our 40 by 40 electric powered radio controlled car with lights. Of course, the only problem is you can't really see it in the dark, can you? And of course I'm not very good at driving radio controlled cars. Let's put the light on. Okay. We'd better do a little summary, hadn't we? Okay, summary time. This is basically one of my bargain store projects in which I used a pack of 5 CDs for £1, and I've used them as wheels for this car. I've also built this car because Safir Delaf asked me to make a car that was 40 centimetres by 40 centimetres with a remote motor, I think it said, and lights and colours. Well, it's probably not what he had in mind, or she, sorry, but it's what I had in mind. What I've done is I've used reclaimed or harvested or scavenged parts from an old radio controlled car. So we've got the steering box on the front here, and we got the gearbox and motor on the back. Got the radio control unit from a different radio controlled car in the middle, which has also got the batteries in it. And then the lights are actually some cheap, well, I suppose they'd be Christmas decorations now, but they were just a set of, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lights on a little battery supply there. And they're a pretty colour as well. The chassis is just my flower canes. That makes a very light chassis, so the motor has no trouble at all supplying the power for that. So there we go, bargain store project, and also a 40 by 40 car for Safir Delaf.